Hello, we are back, and I am, of course, on the back porch of the back house. And what's different about this angle is the fact that I went ahead and set up a little platform to where I don't have to keep holding it up because I noticed that the bees like to attack me when I do that. So, come on, bees. I'm like, you feel me? I got two hands now. So I'm ready for them. Let's see. There's a lot of traffic today. I just wanted to come back online. I need to back this chair up. Ugh. I see that nasty shit. Shit's crazy. Please take care of your stuff, people. Or one day it will be captured and played. But anyway, listen. I just wanted to kind of like recap on our last visit here with the last segmentation. This is a black and mild that I was smoking with you guys the other day, and I stopped because my mom brought me something special. So, messed around. I was speaking to you guys a word on riots, Malcolm X, and authority. And just for a little recap, we were stating we was stating how, it may not be the authorities that made you upset and got you to that level of suicide by a cop, but it may just have been a situation that you was previously dealing with. And we all know that most of the times police calls into situations that are already escalated, and they're there to de-escalate the situation. So more than likely, once they show up, it just pisses people off more. Let's just be honest, the history of police versus civilians. I'm not going to say black and white thing. All lives matter. Pro-choice, since we're on the topic of what we represent. But more than likely they called into a situation that's already been evaluated by the caller. So as the person who's supposedly outraged, when the police come, you expect, and I'm speaking self, you kind of expect for them to use their authority to protect and serve as advertised. And if I'm in a situation where I'm considered outraged enough to where the authorities had to come in and take a step in, you kind of expect the situation to be calmed before any handcuffs and weapons are blown out. Because I don't believe that you can really evaluate a person or a situation when it's outright. Everyone gets to that point at one point or another in their lives because something has completely upset them. I mean, come on. Rather you know how to control it or not, even infants become outraged for no apparent fucking reason. They just start crying menacingly. Crying, just outraged. You can't stop it. You're trying to rock them. You try to stick the bottle in their mouth. You try to get them new, and I don't want that shit. Outraged. So just to compare the situation to an infant baby, we expect some smoothing and some calmness within the situation because more than likely, if the police was called, that means motherfuckers just ready to close the situation and have your ass locked up like a fucking animal because they couldn't deal with you. I feel like that's a complete violation of someone's rights. And since we're on the topic of the police, authority figures in our lives to protect and serve us as a community so that we may grow in, in positivity and blissness and finesse. The proper procedures must be done while on these calls, you guys. And I'm speaking personal without putting my personal business out there, you feel me? Like, proper precautions need to be met. Precautions need to be set before any summons, any warrants and tickets. And when you put handcuffs on people, that's kind of like the end. Bitch, I'm tired of it. Fuck you. Handcuffs. Please. We about to book this bitch with no mind that this person has a life. This person have children at home, probably in the house or up the street. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, a flash kind of like appears within that already outright individual that you failed to protect and serve in that moment, because you're not guilty until you're proven innocent in a court of law. So if we standing in a yard or in the streets and you have already proclaimed me guilty by your own self, not the judicial system that has been set up for us as the people, we the people, but you took it into your own authority and decided, I'm gonna just pull the trigger on this bitch. Fuck her. Fuck him. I don't see the justice in that. I don't see the peace in that. And so when a motherfucker put a mirror up to you and you see the damage that's been done because of the result of your actions, your decision, your prejudiceness and discrimination. Racist is such a gentle word, and it's such a word that we use loosely, and that's because of what I was stating previously. Shit, my mom and dad was born in the 19th century, 60 years later. So when you put all that shit together, it's like we automatically go to you're fucking racist, when you're probably not racist. You probably have nothing to do with the color of my skin. You probably do, but you know, because you're discriminating against it. It's not being racist, because when you say racist, that means I hate you because you're black. I hate you because you're white. I don't give a fuck if you have a bachelor's degree. I don't care if you're an artist. I don't care if you got the Nobel Peace Prize. Bitch, I hate you simply because you have the color I hate on. You know, and it's just like, it's absurd. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about racism because I don't feel like racism is an issue in our company. I feel like discrimination and ignorance is an issue in our country. And with that being said, I feel this way. I'm sorry, I got my hair is it's lovely this morning. It's lovely this morning. I didn't come on the camera trying to fucking adjust it because I didn't like what I saw. Like, I really like how things are going this morning. Although here in Louisiana, it's only like damn near 10 o'clock a.m. But anyway, that's besides the point. Y'all know me if you've been watching my segmentations at this point. I have forgotten where I was going with that conversation because it's just that empty to me. It's just that besides the point to me. But anyway, I'm just stating this for personal reasons. I just, please you guys, like, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not taking any gestures towards a certain defense. But all I have to say is, can we please take proper precautions when issuing out further evaluation causes? You was taught that when you aim, you shoot, and when you shoot, you kill. No questions asked. you know, it's a part of your training process. That's what we taught you. Just like in some households, motherfuckers taught you get hit, you hit back. What's the difference? So you telling me that your upbringing is more valid than my upbringing? That's discrimination. That's discrimination. And we're living in the times now where, man, people were so fucking excited that we was even emancipated that shit. One love, man. We started making little mixed babies everywhere. The light skinned started to come out and shit. You feel me? So the love, you can't say the love is not there between the races. Like, the love is there. So you just can't holler racism every fucking chance you get so you can knock us back into the 19th century. I was born towards the end of the 19th century, so I'm really not trying to go back. It's time to push forward. Speaking of pushing forward, the Revenger wear is just what it is. The Revenger wear, WEAR, and it's currently in the mental state, but we do have this project called Fashion Forward. We are asking everyone to please, at your best interest, push forward in this situation that we are currently facing in our country. Don't forget to keep your clothes on, because motherfuckers like to streak and prove a point through their nakedness. And while you're at it, tag what you got on. You feel me? Like, we want to see what you wearing out there. Like, go ahead and tag that shit, because I think they have a right to know where their product is floating around at. They have a right to expand their market within your purchase, because we love you and we appreciate you, but knowing where our products are is essential. So tag via Fashion Forward tag. But yeah, like I was saying before, proper precautions, please, because I Am Friendlies is the type to, if I sense fraudulence in your approach, you're not going to get your way. And that's pretty much the reason why I don't have an opinion about the subjects going on right now, because proper precautions wasn't met and people's lives were taken. Like, lives. I can just imagine if I'm walking down the street and fucking get shot today or tomorrow and die. Yo, it's not going to look pretty when it comes down to my family and what's going to be owed to them. It's not pretty. It's just not a pretty situation. So it's like, can we just skip all that, and just approach people like human beings? You got the whole uniform on. You got on the whole fucking uniform that symbolizes your authority. As soon as you pull up, we already know the deal. As soon as you're walking down the street, you get out the car, you got the fucking uniform on, we already know what's going on. Period. Can you get out, what I'm saying, and approach people in a more sensible manner, instead of just, freeze, nigga, we got the call, and it probably was some jackhammer prank up the street. And now you done lost your life over a gag. in the whole country and the whole fucking planet is in outrage because of a fucking gag. It's sad, you guys. Like, it's really, really sad. I can't imagine what the families are going through of these individuals that have lost their lives. It's a really, really serious subject, and it's really, really touchy. But anyway, something was just on my mind this morning, just to get back. Something was on my mind this morning, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. No big deal. I'm almost done with my black and mild. I need to go get me a cup of coffee. Do y'all like coffee? I do. I like a lot of cream in my coffee, a lot of sugar in my coffee. That means my coffee has to be strong up front, strong cocoa bean water with a lot of cream and sugar. Hot. I do like cold coffee. I was a huge fan of Starbucks when I was in, and I'm trying to lower myself down because when I first started the video, I was kind of like in this serious tone, and now I'm trying to get out of it because I'm moving on from the subject, and I'm not going to talk about it on these segmentations again. So praise be to the higher power that are myself. I do what the fuck I want. But anyway, yo, will we have an election this year? Like, what is this? June? July, August, September? Y'all, we got 5 months until we vote on the next president of the United States. 5 months. And I have no clue who's running. So if y'all could just kind of like help me out. I'm not sure who's running. I'm not sure who's in the forefront to be the final 2 candidates. If y'all could just kind of like help me out on that. But anyway, back to the coffee situation. I was going to Starbucks and I was going to Dunkin' Donuts. And I was kind of cautious on going into Dunkin' Donuts because I seen some very unpleasing footages of products being sold at Dunkin' Donuts. So it kind of like turned me off for a moment. But when I was working for City Bike in NYC, Brooklyn location, near the park, where you see all the little boats and stuff taking off and honking their horns, there was a Dunkin' Donuts. They have really, really good, and I'm not even being serious no more. So, I'm just talking personal. If you go into Dunkin' Donuts and get a motherfucking cappuccino, oh my God, you have to add your own sugar because them motherfuckers don't even ask you, would you like it sweet? Would you just like it plain and, ready, prepared? Just give it to you. You're going to do it yourself. Would you like some packs of sugar? No, they don't ask you that shit. They just give you the hot-ass, plain fucking cappuccino with no fucking taste to it. So you add your own sugar. So I can't really express too much about the taste of it, but it is delicious. Starbucks, I usually go for just a regular plain coffee. Just give me a cup of Joe. Coffee is called Joe too, right? The coffee is Joe, because I know they also call cigarettes Joe. Some Joes or something. But I'm gonna go in the house and get me some coffee. I'm gonna try to show y'all me preparing coffee for myself. So if you don't mind, we're gonna just put out this black and mild because it's done with, you guys. Like, come on. When I put it out, it goes into the plastic. Put that shit out. Before you be smoking plastic. I always wondered about this tip. Like, if I can make a blunt wide enough to fit into a little plastic. Because when you're smoking a blunt, you guys, and please don't crucify me. When you're smoking a blunt and it's like the last of it, but you still have marijuana at the end of it, you can kind of like avoid that and smoke more of it if you had like the plastic tip. And I was just wondering if there were any way that you can like roll the marijuana and then slit some type of mouthpiece on it to just, you know, protect my fingers and to protect my lips as well. But anyway, I'm gonna take a detour. Me making some coffee. Because I just love you guys just that much that I want to show you my whole life. I want to show you what I eat and why I sleep. And what I do for a living. So, let's go make some coffee. But anyway, you guys, you ever wore makeup and then the next day after washing it all off, you're like, I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person. You're the same person. You just have to adjust your eyelids a little bit. But anyway. Let's just be silent for a moment for everyone that has lost their lives and continue to lose their lives over senseless acts of violence. You ever find little cute stuff in your yard that wasn't there before? They just had the cutest red leaf. I'm gonna go pick it up and show it to you guys because it's just that bright. I don't usually pick it up. I find all kind of stuff. F's made out of sticks. Just crazy stuff. Let's see. Look at this. Oh, it's cute. Look. Front and back. Well, the back is, you know, red, but it's kind of faded. Like the bandanas I was speaking to you guys about. Anyway, let me throw that outside before somebody think I'm trying to give them a message. Crumble it up because it's done with. It's mine and it never shall be again because it's forever implanted within my mental. Thank you so much, God. Look, it's baby Tamar. Here's my cup. Move out the way. Please, don't say a word. What you got?
You take it.
What I got?
No, you. You take it.
Okay. It's on the porch where it belongs. Until I do something else with it, like the trash can.
Why you put the ball down on the porch?
You see my boy here, you don't need that.
I have shoes on. Yeah, I have my shoes on.
This is what we're drinking today. Community coffee, signature blend, dark roast. What's up? Close that door. We're waiting for the call. Did it turn on?
I got my shoes on. You can on the feet.
Come on now, close the door. You should have drank. Anyway, we still making that coffee, so let's just spoil some time right now. Yo, I've been watching Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, and I have always been a fan of Love and Hip Hop. Always. Not with the little baby. Move, little baby. Listen, I've always been a fan of. Listen, I've always been a fan of Love and Hip Hop for a very long time. When I first, oh God, can you not do that? When I first came into Love and Hip Hop as a fan on cable, I think it was like VH1 or something. They got like 5 VH1s. But anyway, first came into Love and Hip Hop as a fan. It was, I think it was like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then everything else started. But then I realized that that was like the 6th season. And they had like all the other Love and Hip Hops, but it's by older individuals. And I was like, you know, I love that it started off with the older individuals. I really miss my lipstick right now. But it started off with the older individuals, in which I'm not a fan, but I thought it was a really good, fresh idea. They were just too older for me as the women. The younger women tend to be a little bit more loose. So I was like, I need some entertainment, not a lesson plan, ma'am. But anyway. Anyway, I've been watching that. I'm just trying to make some time while the coffee is going. But as far as like my dancing, I went ahead and I added a comment that it will be coming soon. I will add more dance steps to my Instagram, to my Facebook. I usually don't put it on my Twitter. I usually use it like as a GIF. But you know, who knows? And this is my issue with the dance steps. Usually I do my little dance moves and then I put music on after, like in the back, and the music and my dance steps just so happen to go very well with each other. But it's usually me dancing in the silence and kind of just collaborating with the beat in the back. So please be nice. I need a more advanced system. Maybe like a stereo in the back or a second phone or something. But I've been thinking about that for a really long time. So it does not stop me from dancing, although I cannot show you guys all of the time. I would like to show you guys all of the time because I think that I've become a little bit well managed in front of the camera lately. So it would just be a really cool thing to advance the Dance Steps project. I just named it just now with you guys. Thank you. I'm sitting by a window. Y'all ever just sat in silence by a window and just looked out into the sky and heard the birds and seen the cars pass by over and over, the same fucking cars pass by over and over? That's what I'm currently doing. I'm also getting some face care in because I'm looking at the structure, what's going on. I'm in love with my lips. I can't wait to put these babies to good use. Anyway. This is what I do on camera, like when I'm not recording. Just to get a little personal with you guys. You remember the train I was telling you about? There it goes, the train. There's some tall person walking down the street. We don't have many of those around here. I'm not looking at you.
Yay!
No, I'm looking at you.
Stop it, look at me.
Y'all gonna wait for this coffee with us? Or you just gonna leave because you're bored? Now go. Okay, I heard the coffee pipe finish.
Where are you walking? You
Let's go.
little TV.
Get that off the table, please. Go sit, go sit. Come here, come here. Go sit. Okay, now it's just you, me, and this coffee. Move, please. Move.
Look at my picture.
There she is! Everest, we found her! Listen for the drone siren!
Mommy, how do you make me?
What you done to it?
I see her! Hang on, Sky. The slope's too steep to reach you on the snowcat.
I literally can't
I
do
know
anything.
another way to get you out. Sled!
Wait. Don't rush me. You got the TV on.
Hey!
Wires
You can
everywhere.
come too!
These are my socks one.
I'll have you up at Jake's Chalet and cozy warm in no time.
Big socks. Maybe big socks. You see this? Oh, PP socks.
Listen. I'm gonna taste my coffee to make sure it's good before I turn the camera off because I gotta finish watching Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Do y'all see my nose right here? My nose reminds me of a certain someone. Move! Not you. My lover. My best friend. My ghost. Oh, it's delicious. Okay. Can use more sugar. Definitely. Just give me a second. Can use more cream and everything, but this is perfect. You know what? Ouch. Give me a second. I want to show y'all what I got at the supermarket, and I've been on it hard. I might go get me another bag today. Got a bag. You want a bag? I need a bag. Got a bag.
The cabin's go down.
What happened to BB Waxler? Shout out to BB Waxler. You're saying that you're tired of all your empty habits. You want something? That's deeper cause you over the generics. Fucking with the basics when you really want the baddest. Something about something being tragic. You see, you want the bad. I'm not sure what you have done to this, but this is why you don't give kids things that belong to adults. What's going on? Why are you in stuff you're not? You see, and you wonder why. You wonder why. You wonder why it's in the position that it's in right now. I can't do anything. She has deleted everything. Now you want to holler about no Wi-Fi. You don't need any Wi-Fi to play what I've selected.
See the picture.
Anyway, here, get this. You're in my time. You're in my time. Tall paper cans. Before I go, I'm gonna read y'all the ingredients in case you care about me. Pecans, sugar, butter, cream, salt.
Hi.
Peace.